Hi everyone, this is Sheila and I am going to do a native mommy tag. I wasn't able to see any out there and I kind of wanted to know what other mommies had to think about. So, first question, what tribe are you from? I am Navajo and I'm full Navajo. Question number 2, how many kids do you have? I have one child and he is 1. He will be 2 in April. So we're getting to that terrible 2 phase, which probably pretty much started a while back. And question 3, what are their names and does it have a special meaning? My son's name is Kalo and we actually named him after my husband's uncle. I believe that was actually his nickname, and we just wanted to go ahead and I really liked the name, so we just named him after my husband's uncle. I think that was his only uncle, so I thought that was kind of special that we kind of named him after his only uncle. Let's see. Are you traditional or non-traditional? And if you are traditional, how do you plan on teaching your child or children your traditional ways? I'm gonna say that I am traditional, not as much as I would like to be, just because I don't know as much, but I do plan on teaching Kalo about our traditional ways. And a lot of that is just being back home on the reservation and getting him involved with the activities that we have, if it's like ceremonies or different things like that, you know. It is a little hard right now since he's so little, but you know, just traveling wise, not, you know, teaching him, but also, and just being around more family members who are more knowledgeable about more traditional ways, and that, you know, my grandma or my mom or my aunts and different relatives. I mean, my mom tries to teach him every time she comes over, so yeah. Question number 5. Can you speak your native language or understand it? I can speak some of it. I can get by with grandma, but it's more like hand signals and but no, I can somewhat speak it. I think I can more read it. Like if I see it, I can, you know, like, okay, this is what it is. But I do understand it a lot more than I can speak it. Speaking it is difficult for me. So I'm still learning. It's a learning process, but I'm hoping to get better at that later on. Okay, next question. Do you plan on teaching your child your native language? If so, how do you plan on doing this? For me, it is harder for me to speak it, so I am kind of gonna do more of like books. I have a few books that we're going to, well, yeah, I have a few books that we're going to read and see if that can get into our bedtime routine, but because I think he doesn't understand it, he kind of doesn't know what I'm saying, so, but yeah, we have a couple books that are in Navajo, and they're like the hard books, so we're going to use those, and also some flashcards. I believe there was a link online that you can download like simple Navajo words that you can use as like flashcards and kind of do some games and, you know, different things like the colors and like different body parts, and he knows simple things like, you know, when he says hello, he'll be like yacht in, he'll like put out his little hand and shake your hand, and just like little things like hot, you know, and or when it's cold outside, you know, like scars, and he just like, he tries to say it and it's so cute, or like when he takes a bath, like water and stuff like that. So like simple words, he does kind of is catching on with those. So just being able to teach those little things to him, I think we are going to go from there. And also, like my mom, she's always trying to speak Navajo to him, so when she's around, when he's around grandma, for sure, he's picking up Navajo things, Navajo words, but I think more of the books. We're going to try to do more Navajo books, or even interpret some of his favorite his favorite bedtime stories, and we're gonna I'm planning on interpreting those into Navajo for him. So we'll have them in English, and then we'll also have them in Navajo. But I mean, he has a few favorite books, and I'm currently working on that, so that's a side project in the future. Whoops. Okay, next question. Do you have any concerns about raising your child in today's modern society? I think just having that balance of like the cultural and I think it's two separate worlds for me, at least. The traditional way of life and just knowing who you are and where you come from and the traditional values, and that's one separate thing. And then also coming to the city and like having that education and stuff like that, and just that's a whole separate world. I think so just being able to walk in both equally, I think, is going to be a little bit of a concern, but not as much, I think. And just being able to balance those two, I think. Another concern, I think I'm thinking about this ahead of time, and we're kind of a ways off from it, but just school, like, and when it becomes like Thanksgiving time and they do the whole teaching of like Thanksgiving, and I don't know if I'm really down with that, like the whole Pilgrims and Indians and coming together at Thanksgiving. But I don't know. So I guess we will figure that out when that time comes, I guess. So I'll have more maybe plans on how to approach that when he gets to school. But those are just a few for right now. But other than that, I don't really think I have any other concerns about that. Next question. Do you plan on raising your child or children traditional or non-traditional? I do plan on raising him a little bit more traditional, but I also have to take into consideration that his father's also Taiwanese, so we have to incorporate some of that stuff as well, like his Taiwanese culture, and I'm not too knowledgeable, but I try to look things up and try to incorporate that into our lives as well, and try to balance a lot of that. So I think it's a lot of balancing, and but yeah, just raising him traditional, I guess, and giving him the option when he gets older if that's what he wants to do or if that's not what he wants to do. So that I'm fine with that. Let's see here. Next question. What are your favorite activities to do with your child or children? I think right now is our bedtime routine. I really, really love our bedtime routine. Just like snuggling and reading with him and getting him down for bed. And, that's kind of like the icing at the end of the day, like the icing on the cake for me is just having that little mommy and baby time with him. Even though he's not a baby, he's getting pretty big. Next question. Where do you live? Do you live off the reservation or in the city? And this is kind of like a two-part question, I guess. So if you live in the city, how often do you travel back to the reservation with your child or children? And vice versa, if you live on the reservation, how often do you travel to the city with your child or children? Right now I do live in the city just because of school and, job-wise. There's not many jobs on the reservation. I mean, there are and stuff, but, you know, like, just getting that education, you kind of have to leave the reservation to get, you know, finish all of that up. And I am taking a little break since, you know, being a mom full-time and everything, so I'll probably finish that up when he's a little bit bigger, and he's able to explain different things to me, like how his day was, and if, you know, I'm just concerned about, like, daycare and stuff like that. But I do live in the city, not on the reservation. How often do I travel back to the reservation with him? Not as much as I would like. He is so small, and it's really hard to travel with him right now because he hates sitting in the car for 6 hours straight. So if you do travel with him, you're stopping at every little stop, like every hour or every half hour, so he can stretch out his little legs and, you know, get his yayas out. Otherwise, he is screaming in the car, and you also have to pack like a buttload of stuff just to entertain him, which is pretty much you're doing that the whole way down for 6 hours. So entertaining a toddler is like so draining. Yeah, pretty much I am a full-time entertainer to this little toddler. But yeah, I would really love to go back, as you know, more often, but I think that will come when he's a little bit older and he's able to handle traveling a lot better. But yeah, I would really love to go back to the reservation. We went there probably about a month ago, or even like 3 weeks ago. We were at the reservation, and he loved it. He loved just the freedom of being outside and not having to worry, you know, too much about, like, oh, cars and streets and, you know, I mean, obviously I was outside with him, but he just loved, you know, just being free and just running around, and I would just walk behind him and everything. But he really loved it. He loved the animals that he got to see. He loved, you know, playing in the sand. Oh my gosh, that kid was dirty 24/7 when we were at the res. He really liked, the stars, actually. He was amazed at the stars that he saw at night, and it kind of like broke my heart because when you're in the city, you don't see the stars like you do on the reservation. Like, you see everything, the whole sky is like lit up, and he was just amazed. Like, he would put his little hands up and he would just, like, you know, and we just like would sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star outside, and it just like broke my heart because I know in the city, in city life, you don't get that opportunity to see the stars like he was able to. But yeah. Last question. What's the best thing about being a Native mother? I'm gonna say it's really opened my eyes as to what really is important, and realizing how important culture and my heritage is, and trying to do the best that I can to learn a lot more so that I can teach him, and, you know, teach him that these things are important, and also knowing that, you know, I don't know as much as I should know, but that's one thing I need to strive to learn more so that I can instill that these things are important for him, that he should know these things. So that, and then also just being a mother, like, it's the best job in the world. It's stressful at times and it's hard, but just being a mom is amazing, and this little boy is just like teaching me different things every day. He's really opened my eyes as to seeing the world in a different light that I guess I never really would have thought of, and just seeing him light up at new things, and it makes me realize, like, oh, you know, I need to stop and really actually smell the, you know, that little saying, like, smell the roses. Like, he will literally do that, like, or he'll feel different things, and I, you know, get to experience that with him. Like, they're all brand new, and it's fun. I love it. It's the best job in the world, I guess. But yeah, I hope you liked my Native Mommy tag, and I hope you tag other mommies out there, and I would really like to hear your responses. If you like this, thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Bye!